You might wonder, or you might not. You might just already left the video for it. Oh my god. Shit.
Hot. It changed like everything.
Why do people cringe at this movie so deeply? This is literally the adaptation of the adaptation of the adaptation. Did you realize how many Mean Girls there is? Mean Girls, the gay version, Jedish Mean Girls, the plastics are Jewish. The only one that actually no one cares about is the second one. What is that piece of shit? First of all, I actually enjoyed the film. Let's do a recap of what it is. I was about to say that from a point to another I was going to talk about this movie with spoilers and then without it. But this is like concerning about spoilers for Oppenheimer or something like that. We all know how things end. Who haven't seen Mean Girls? If you haven't seen 2004 version and you've seen this one first, I'm really intrigued by your opinion about this movie. Without anything beforehand, is that your case? I was so welcome to see your opinion right now. There was a really great cast overall in the movie, but I think that Katie is really tough. I mean, we had Lindsay Lohan before. Lindsay Lohan is just full of charisma, obviously, but I think the cast overall is really good, and we have people that we see back in the day. I mean, we have Tina Fey back. Clearly, we have the same characters, the same plot, everything is just the same. So I really think there is no really good reason to talk about how good the 2004 version was. I'm going to talk first with the ones I love the least, and then with the ones I love the most. Karen. Most people even favor plastic because even though we all love Regina, I mean Rachel McAdams. So what I love the most about the original version, it's how obviously extremely exaggerated, and the characters and the plastics are obviously incredibly important. We know that they are mean and they're bad, but it's not like we actually hate them because they're actually pretty likable. The problem here is not that the plastics of the new movie are hateable or any way whatsoever. I think in this new movie they try to portray everyone as someone that is not just mean or is just bad and good. But this Karen, it's just so much annoyingly stupid sometimes.
God, Karen, you are so stupid!
When we have the original Karen, you will never see suffering for that stupidity. That's obviously impossible, but you know what I mean. So genuine and it's so natural, it's so organic, then her stupidity doesn't become a way that it makes us feel bad about her or anything. It's just funny.
The reason we love Karen so much, and also the reason that she's so funny, is that she is just being brutally honest, and it's so beautiful. And it's what makes her so endearing, and she's not that smart, but she totally knows it, and everything that she reacts to is just her truth, her true reaction, and I think we all love people like that because we can trust them.
But when you see her, you feel bad for her. Why are you making this to her? Not even funny anymore, it's just sad. I don't know how that can happen.
My name is Avantika, and I play Karen Shetty in Mean Girls.
So next we have Gretchen, the fetch one, right? Honestly, the Gretchen character wasn't the most memorable character of the entire Mean Girls, but it had a lot of value and it had a lot even in depth with her friendship and Regina. Now this time we do have that a little bit as well, but actually this Gretchen is just completely forgettable, honestly. She's just there. It was just sometimes a little bit unnecessary, honestly. This whole scene that they're like singing all of a sudden, I'm like, yeah girl, whatever. We're not going to talk about Regina yet because we have our beloved Janice and Damien. I think these both characters are the few things that actually elevate the movie a little bit. Kinda Janice and Ian are like outcast, but they are fucking cool. Janice is also a motherfucking bitch. Yes, just like that. She is a mean girl as well. She's behaving this way through another perspective. I'm gonna bring here, I think I haven't seen anywhere, Janice is not as just near as an outcast. Artistic, she's just outgoing, she's wonderful. She's not like as antipathic. She's not as toxic as the original Janice. So my only complaint about Janice and Ian in the new version, like the mean girl side of Janice is completely lost at this point. I mean, she had a growth as well. The moment that she confesses everything she do to Katie and all the plastics was really good, and was everything just like a break point and all of it. And even though you did an entire number scene this time, it wasn't that much meaningful as that back then.
At the end, where we can just see a glimpse of how she finally embraced her true self. And the way that we realize this is because through her costume, through her style, she's been hiding that true self all along. While I'm not saying that if you dress all black and you have this style means that you're hiding anything, but this is how this character was presented. But the moment that you see the Janice of this movie, she's not hiding anything. She is outgoing and she expresses a lot of her own style. I think that there is nowhere to be seen the growth. So that importance that the final song had, it's something that I really don't felt anything with. Someone saying something that we already knew all along. It's not like we just found out about Janice, actually.
I know that I'm comparing maybe too much both versions. It's not like it should be the same, but you know, it's just to explain a little bit why I'm kind of concerned about this little aspect. There is a reason why it's important the moment that she confesses everything she did. It was a mean idea, it was a toxic idea, and the way that they portrayed it here is just like, come on, it will be fun. Damien is still as iconic as ever. He's like the character, he does it perfectly. He is just people with most charisma in the entire movie, with just a few scenes. He does it really, really wonderful. Did you realize John Hamm on this movie? Girl. Oh my god, I always forget about Aaron Samuels, because honestly on the first movie wasn't like the most important thing, and on the second one is even more forgettable than before. He's just there. You're doing good, honey. You're great. And I'm also kinda mad because I did the BuzzFeed thing, and with all the characters that there is, I got him. Oh my god, did I forgot to talk about Katie?
She just moved here all the way from Africa.
Welcome.
I'm from Michigan.
Katie Heron. I already mentioned how it's really hard to relate the charisma of Lindsay Lohan because she is amazing. Literally, she has like this amount of time in this new film and she shines like no one does. Katie Heron is just there, honestly. I love the actress. I think she's really lovely and she's really sweet.
While in this version, you see that growth in her and how she realized at the end that it's not better than everyone just because she's a smartass. And I didn't realize that at the first version of it, so I really enjoyed that. And talking about the plastics, when she actually becomes one of them or actually becomes a queen bee, I don't feel that much realistic on this version. Just see Katie is like doing a cosplay of the character instead of becoming that. There is not organic change on her character into be that way.
I'm not trying to, it's just happening.
Dear God, woman.
I read how there is an actual song in the original play that portrays this part pretty perfectly, and maybe that would have helped if they actually put that in the movie.
Let's talk about Regina George. We are gonna talk about motherfucking Renee Rapp. Why did I watch this film in the first place? Renee Rapp is just sucks. I couldn't believe it. Because when you think about a movie like Mean Girls, you're like, who the hell dares to do Regina George? Who dare? We have Rachel McAdams, the Rachel McAdams, a wonderful character as Regina George. Who will ever be able to have a version that we all can love? First of all, I will say that the introduction of Regina, it wouldn't be as cool if it wasn't played by Renee Rapp. This is a musical. Yes. Why would I know this if I only saw the trailer, maybe something? Honestly, you wouldn't. This is an entire subject, and there are many people talking about it. There's a few musicals coming out now. So there are musicals coming right now, and then all the trailers are just ignoring this fact. It's really sad, honestly. You made even new songs for this movie to be sung by wonderful performers and really talented people for you to put a fucking Olivia Rodrigo song on the trailer. And I love the song of Olivia Rodrigo, but honestly, do you really think that listening that song will make me want to go and watch the movie? Haven't ended up with Riri Rap, honestly. She's talented as fuck. I saw her just performing over and over again. I said, who the hell is this? But you know what? I'm gonna go and see this movie only because of her, and I will, and I enjoyed it, and I loved her. She was hilarious, and she was also so charismatic, and it was a completely different version of it.
I mean, obviously, after all the confidence that she gained by playing her on the actual play on Broadway, she could portray this character in a wonderful way on the film.
A lot of people is really judging their style and how the styling might not be that good. Do not have this hyper feminine image. We see a side of that hyper feminine, but actually don't. You see, honestly, if I watch this movie and you show me, it's like they're cosplaying. But many people see this as like fast fashion, that it's actually ugly.
So about the styling, the movie's costume designer was Tom Breaker, and they were responsible of all the movie fits, and the creative process really happened through the contemporary world, which is funneling through Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, and the streets. Because after all, nowadays teenagers influence a lot of their takes of their outfits and their likes on social media and TikTok and way more. Personally, it didn't make much sense to me to use inspiration as only social media and trends, while actually the plastics should be creating their own trend. They should be the reference for the entire school, so they are actually creating that trend instead of just following other people.
All the presentations and all the choreographies were amazing. I loved how they used this aspect of, Katie and savage wild animal thing. They took it into this choreographies that at first I thought it would be a little cringe. Just ended up working really great for many scenes and all of that. So first, even though the movie isn't that old, it's only for 2004, things have changed so much since then. We have smartphones and we have social media. Fuckers. You ruined our lives. I personally believe that showing what is our society right now with social media and the way that we communicate each other is really hard in filmmaking because it's really boring. And this might be one of my major problems, and one of the best things as well is the movie. The sabotage of Regina George and how it became a trend, how it became a video that was viral, I think that's pretty smart to do. It's really wonderful just to use those new tools and adapt it into the story, and I found that really great. It was well done, and we have these scenes just like the Halloween party that it sucks so much. This scene has been the hardest for me, and we're going to talk about that aspect of when you fall immersed into a story and how it affects to everyone, because I realize this is something that it might be hard for you if you don't like musicals, but for me, the moment that my immersion was like, I need to get the fuck out of here and watch Poor Things. That's exactly what I did. Now,
I must go punch that baby.
what are you doing? Putting a vertical video in front of me when I'm watching a movie on the movies. I have a white screen. Just don't use a vertical image, please. It makes me suffer. The only thing that it was missing, it was like the little ending thing of TikTok. The scene where they're preparing for the Halloween moment, and there is like million TikToks in front of me. I felt like the scene wouldn't end ever. Struggling to stay in here. Please don't do this to me. There's a reason why the movie was marketed as a musical, because there is a lot of rejection to it. I'm not here just to criticize people who likes it or not, if you're better or not, if you can't enjoy a musical. It might be really hard for you. Maybe you've never seen Chicago or even enjoyed a Mamma Mia in your life, and that's it. Mamma Mia is not even good. It's not even close to being the best musicals. It's just... So let's talk about how important it is to fall immersed in your story for you to enjoy it. Actually have fun. This is a movie that has a lot of comedic aspects, but there's a lot of performance of it. And if you actually struggle to watch a musical, this is going to be insufferable for moments. Obviously. Even for me, the Janice moment at the end that I would like to be me or whatever was like a little like... felt like Disney a little bit. And I am the biggest fan of High School Musical, okay? I'm not even ashamed of it. It's not even a guilty pleasure anymore. I was like, girl, get over it. Thank you. There are many people who go to the movies and don't even know much about it. I watched the trailer, I watched a little bit of the cast, some interviews, and I said, you know what, I actually want to see this movie. But there are people that just go in with their friends and they're like, oh my god, I just want to have fun. They sit and do know nothing about it. There were people that literally just, they realized like 40 minutes after, oh my god, that's Lindsay Lohan. And they were like, oh, she was the main character in the first one. And that's completely fine, because your experience is different from many other people, and why people actually don't enjoy musicals. And they are not used to this. They do not watch movies like this. It's really hard. They struggle to watch all these characters singing out of nowhere on these just random moments and everything. Getting TikToks in front of your face. I mean, I get it. It might be hard. I will get over it. I will go over it. The immersion aspect of it is so important, because if you go to a movie and you are aware of the fact that you're just there, it's like you're wasting your time. You realize where you're sit and it's like, shit, this sucks. For me, I don't think this is the best movie that could be out there, but it's definitely not the worst adaptation. Honestly, it also made me want to see the play. It made me find out about really good artist. So, what about the music though? I don't remember a single song. Just as soon as I left the theater back in the day when I watched Deadpool 2, why did I struggle? It's like, oh my god, there's so much. After I watched Deadpool 2, the first thing I did was to enter in my Spotify app or whatever I could to look for the soundtrack of the movie. It's not like they're bad. They are not bad songs. If you watch the movie, it's not like you're going to be like, what the fuck am I listening to? And they sing wonderfully, but honestly, they are not songs that you will save on your playlist or you will listen to much. The song that I was waiting for the entire movie, which is a song with Renee Rapp and Megan Thee Stallion, I was waiting for this song. It literally is on the credits. Music of Regina, I know, I'm really fangirling about Renee Rapp. I'm so sorry, man.
Actually, I'm not.
But it's just, yeah, I mean, all of her songs.
I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this, so I had to grind like that, to shine like this. Now that I'm popping, all these niggas wanna give me a kiss. Oh, just mad cause she can't.
I think that many people will put here as well, really high up, the song of Janice, even though for me that was a... But they're like not really a song that you might think, oh, this is going to be memorable. Not bad for a musical. For those of you who are fans of the Broadway musical, here is a list of the music. So there are songs like It Roars, replaced with a song that is not as good. Fearless, Stop. Again, what were they thinking by cutting out a showstopper? So leaving out so many songs was a bad idea. The character all suffered from this choice.
So at the end, I personally believe that this movie doesn't actually take advantage of both mediums, just like the first film adaptation and the Broadway show. And it just becomes a new, more fresh version, but without bringing actually any new thing that might be remarkable or actually memorable for nowadays. Talking even about the music. And that is kind of sad, because if you are mainly focusing on a musical, you could have done so much more things and aspects to make a different change. Also, there is like little gags or jokes that could have been a twist and made it much more fun and memorable this time and more iconic. Maybe using the same joke, just like how everyone looks sexy on Halloween, could have been a twist, a new twist or a difference, just like how nowadays everyone looks so scary, and then that is a new change and is unexpected for the audience and might be actually funny instead of just that horrible-ass number. Okay, I'm getting over it.
Trailer. What is a trailer? Trailer. I've been the entire video with like that. I guess we're fine. My setup just fell over and said, I am giving up. I know, honey, I know. We're on the way.